everybody, I'm Tom Vessel. Welcome to Week in Review, where we take a look at the last week and we talk about the reviews that we've done, although this time we're taking a look at a couple weeks here since we've had a lot of different things happening. The Winter Spectacular, Thanksgiving. So we're going to jump into some of these games. We'll talk about them, and then if you want to see the full review, you can check out links in the description. Here we go.
Hey everybody, I'm Z Garcia. Here's what I reviewed over the last couple of weeks. So I reviewed Joyride. I gave it an 8 out of 10. This is a racing game, a sort of, racing around the checkpoints, but you're smashing into each other. It's a very violent kind of premise. The game handles that very mechanically, so there are things to think about, but there is going to be certainly getting slammed into, getting your car spun around, having to deal with the consequences of maybe pushing your luck, of maybe just the other racers on the track. I like it. It's vibrant. It can be a little plodding. It can be a little slow, which is why, it didn't quite get a 9 or higher, but I enjoy very much the package it is and what it delivers. And then I reviewed Freedom 5, which I really liked. I gave it a 9 out of 10. It is a superhero game using the heroes from Heroes of the Multiverse. And in it, you are going to be one of those heroes fighting off henchmen and going after some big bads, going after the main big bad sometimes, the mastermind, based on the scenario you are playing. The game has a little bit of a campaign feel, which I don't love. It doesn't feel necessary in this case. It's more of a means to an end to unlock things along the way. And you can, once you do that, then just pick and choose what scenario you want to play and just play that one. But I like what's going on in it. It's certainly a lucky game. It's certainly a long game. It's a bit of an old school game, it has those trappings, but I enjoy what it's doing. It puts fun first, mechanisms come second to that. If you know that and you kind of know what you're in for, I think it's one that you are going to be getting into as well. And that's it for me, everybody. My name is Z Garcia. I'll see you on the next one.
Chris here. The last few weeks, I was in 2 reviews. The first one was Moon Rollers. I gave an 8. This is a neat dice chuck-in, push-your-luck kind of game where you're working to complete missions on cards, earn points from that. A little bit of tension, especially near the end of the game, as incomplete cards don't score. So you might be trying to convince people, like, "Well, you want to finish this one over here because I'll get some points out of it. You get points, but I'll get points." Neat push-your-luck as well with these little tokens you collect. 8, very good. And then Shackleton Base, an 8.5. This is a phenomenal worker placement game that I just find does things a little bit differently. And the best part of it particularly being they use 3 corporations each game, which are basically different modules that you have to play towards, not only for scoring, but also they change the actions in the game, and yet the game works incredibly well, fluidly, changing in and out these modules. So I think that's a fantastic one, an 8.5, one that I hope to be playing more here. So, those have been the last few weeks of reviews. We'll be back with more later, so have yourself a merry little Christmas.
All right, I took a look at 2 different games. I took a look at Joyride, Survival of the Fattest. Came in at 8.5 on this one. Really enjoyed it. It's a real sweet spot between Heat and Thunder Road Vendetta. It feels chaotic like Thunder Road Vendetta, but also a little bit more strategic like Heat. I compare it to those 2 just because they're all racing games with a car theme. So for me, it fits right in the middle of that. Really enjoyed it. Joyride, Survival of the Fastest. And the other one I took a look at is Tidal Blades 2, Rise of the Unfolders. This is a campaign game that I loved. Came in at a 9 on. Such a great boss battler, dungeon crawler, campaign game in a bright, colorful world with very unique battle mechanic where you have this Nexus grid or this grid that you're playing cards out trying to combo your actions together. Fantastic story, fantastic setting, such a smooth gameplay. Very much enjoyed it. Go check out the full review for Tidal Blades 2, Rise of the Unfolders. That's it for me. Let's keep going.
Hi, I'm Wendy Yee, and I have 2 games across this last few weeks, month or so, however long it's been. And the first one is Moon Rollers. So I gave this a 7. And the thing that I really think is clever about Moon Rollers, or I enjoy behind it, is that you are trying to decide when you're pushing your luck and you're rolling, am I going to keep working on this same card and hopefully finish it? Or am I going to do a little bit on this card or do as much as I can on this card and then maybe next turn finish another card? And so you're like, do I want the powers if I finish a card, or do I want all the extra points if I put a whole lot into a single card, even if I don't finish it? So I think that's clever. The other one is Shackleton Base, and I gave this an 8.5. For me, Shackleton Base, the base set, like main mechanisms of the game are very fun, but then each base game comes with a variety of corporations, and those actually switch out between games. And I think that that adds such cleverness of you have to decide which ones am I going to go into and work on and how much am I going to work on them. And so I just really think those corporations make it shine. So that's an 8.5 for me there. All right, well, thanks for joining me. I'm Wendy Yee, and let's go ahead and see who's next.
I'm Joey Evans, and I give Moon Rollers a 9 out of 10 because I think it's one of my favorite push your luck games. Look, nothing in my hand here, nothing up my hand here. Oh, did you find a card?
Hey there, everybody. It's Mike Delisio, and over the last few weeks, there are a couple of games that I reviewed. First up was Babylon, which I rated a 5 out of 10. This one was really disappointing to me. It has beautiful table presence. You're building this three-dimensional structure on your player boards. Essentially, you're going to be drafting pieces that you're going to be placing on a grid, so to speak, and then it's going to be building up, and you're going to be building stairs and fountains. And at the end, you score based on looking down at it and seeing kind of what pieces are visible and what height things reached. It just didn't quite hit the mark. It was kind of boring scoring, actually very boring scoring. The pieces were a bit more fiddly than I felt like they should have been. A missed opportunity, I think. I think a second edition of this would be something I would love to see. And then after that, I reviewed Tidal Blades 2, which is an 8.5. This is an excellent game. This is a dungeon crawler in the Tidal Blades world. And so what that means is that it really doesn't feel like a traditional dungeon crawler. The scenes, the aesthetics of it are so fresh and so invigorating for something like this, which is tactical combat. And the way that that combat is resolved through a Nexus board, a 3x3 grid, and cards that you play on it lead to a lot of really interesting timing decisions and allow you to use cool powers and combo things together. Just a really, really unique entry into the dungeon crawl genre and a beautiful world. That's Tidal Blades 2. All right, well, that's going to do it for me. This is Mike Delisio. I will catch you on the next one.
Babylon is a game I reviewed, which beautiful 3D pieces, and you're building this stuff. The 3D pieces don't work as well as they should, and the game itself just kind of fell a little flat, a little boring to me. Didn't really enjoy it. 5 out of 10. I took a look at Everdell Duo, which I enjoyed. It's a nice version of Everdell that's back and forth 2 players. 7 out of 10. Clank Legacy we took a look at, but we didn't really give it any kind of rating at all because we're not done with it. I don't know, 8 or 9 right now is where it would be probably. I took a look at Galactus Marvel United. For Marvel United, the Galactus figure. Big, stomping, big thing to fight against. I wouldn't do it all the time, but it is very impressive. An 8 out of 10. Shackleton Base. This is a game that has lots of different options with modules and so many cool things. 8.5. I also give an 8.5 to the Ticket to Ride Iberia/Korea maps. Very fun. Nice addition to that game. Very different. I would say advanced Ticket to Ride players can play them. And then 8.5 to Tidal Blades 2. This is a pretty strong game. You saw us play during the Winter Spectacular. Great theme, great components, and an amazing combat system. This could go up. And then Freedom 5. Freedom 5 I gave a 9.5 to. This re-upping of Defenders of the Realm is just absolutely fantastic. It is fun, it is quick, it's thematic, it's superheroes, just a lot of fun. Lest you think I'm all positive, I did 6 games I played so you don't have to. I also did 43 games in a small amount of time, some short overviews of games. I did my top 10 experiences from this past year, which also lots of dots, top 10 lists, which you'll see posted throughout this week, next week, and the coming weeks. And of course, we have all our live shows and things that you can check out. So thanks so much for watching. This upcoming week will be a lighter week here with Christmas on the horizon. There'll be a few videos that go up, but we're mostly taking a break. So a very Merry Christmas to all of you and a Happy New Year. Well, I'll be back before then. Until then, though, I'm Tom Basso. We'll see you all. Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, you would love to game with us at one of our conventions. Check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Basso.
That was really dumb. Time well spent.